When you like someone, you feel hostility towards any opposite-sex individuals around them. And this college senior of Shiju is no different. He had no idea that during the 3 years they lost contact, Shiju had already gotten married. The gathering turned into a duel between two men. As the leader, he always interfered with the personal lives of female employees. The senior then brought up the incident that happened in the university's broadcast room, trying to make this guy back off. Shiju, who had just entered college that year, sneaked into the broadcast room on her first weekend, dreaming of becoming a broadcaster. She became one of the many job seekers, thinking of how cool she'd look sitting in front of the soundboard. She couldn't hide her excitement. At that moment, she unknowingly pressed the power button on the soundboard. Completely immersed in the music, Shiju had no idea. Someone inside the room was staring at her intently. Just as Shiju turned around, she came face to face with the person. The senior awkwardly lowered his head at the sight. Shiju hurriedly took off the headphones, trying to turn off the soundboard. In her panic, she mistakenly switched the audio output to the speakers. Just when she was at a loss, the senior walked out of the room, and skillfully turned off the soundboard. It was from that moment on, that this sweet, cute, and energetic junior completely captured the heart of this top student senior. In the days that followed, they often met in the broadcast room, listening to music, studying, and talking about dreams. Looking back on those wonderful times, Shiju was incredibly happy. But when Beixian heard this, his mind was in turmoil, because he realized that despite knowing his wife for over 20 years, he didn't even know her dream was to become a broadcaster. And during her college years, she had such a man around her. But then, what Yuli, the female broadcaster, said next, made Beixian explode with anger on the spot. You two must have had something back in college, right? Seeing the tension rising between the two, Shiju immediately intervened, saying that her former dream was indeed to be a broadcaster. But now, she was very happy to be a sign language interpreter for the president. After saying this, Shiju stood up and left. Although Shiju clearly sided with him in front of others, it was only through the senior's words that Beixian learned the meaning of his wife's sign language. Beixian couldn't help but feel defeated. After leaving the restaurant, Shiju received a text message. She opened it and saw that it was from her sister. And after reading the content, Shiju didn't know what to do. It turned out that when they were young, the elders had arranged for her sister to marry Beixian. But back then, Beixian had developed an interest in Shiju. He would always use tutoring Yingyi as an excuse to come to the Hong family's house and get close to the Shiju he liked. But back then, Shiju didn't realize Beixian's intentions, and kept trying to match them up behind the scenes. Now her missing sister had suddenly returned from abroad, and this made Shiju, who had married Beixian in place of her sister, feel that she should now give up everything that belonged to her sister. She once again used the villain's phone to call her husband. Not finding Shiju in the restaurant, Beixian, deeply worried, rushed out to the street. After receiving the villain's call, he became even more worried about Shiju's safety. But little did he know, as he crossed the street, a pickup truck came speeding toward him, and at that moment, it was too late for him to avoid it.